Hello, I'm Isaac Ostrom. Thanks for checking out another one of my videos. Today I'm super excited to bring you a new video showing Ardex's shower waterproofing system. So I have some different products, and what's cool about this test, is I'm using a glass, basically aquarium. I built this glass box using 1/4-inch tempered glass. I just ordered it from my glass supplier. I siliconed it together. So what this is going to allow is when I fill it up with water, you're actually going to be able to see any water migration happening underneath it without me tearing it apart. So it's actually going to be really cool. So what I got here is I have a few different products. And before I begin, I got to give you a disclaimer. I am not sponsored by Ardex. I'm not sponsored by anyone, any manufacturer. And as a matter of fact, manufacturers are pretty brave for giving me their products to test because I'm kind of a straight shooter, and if there's a problem with it, I'm going to make a video on it. So I like to not be sponsored because then you're getting an unbiased review of these products. There's no money behind it. There's no influence behind it. I use these products and I like them. I'm not sold on any one system. I don't care about warranties. I just care if it works. So I combine products a lot. I'll combine different components from Schluter, from Ardex. I use different thin sets. So I'm not sold on the system, and I'm not trying to sell a system. It's just that the sales reps gave me all this stuff, so I'm gonna play around with it. And another one of my viewers suggested the glass box, and I think that's really cool. What a cool idea. So I'm gonna use Ardex's SK175. And that's basically their polyethylene sheet membrane. We got their band. We got some corners, some inside corners. I'm gonna be putting it together with Ardex X7R, which is their modified rapid setting, thin set. And then I'm gonna do that, and then half of it, I'm gonna put on Ardex 8+9 over it. If you've seen my other videos, you've seen how I do it. I'm gonna put that on over it. So I'm gonna do like half with 8+9, half without, and we're gonna be able to see the migration that happens underneath it. So let's get going. I'm gonna go ahead and mix up some thin set, get it going. We're gonna build this baby. All right, stay tuned, guys. Right off the bat, I noticed that the SK175, and I've played around with it a little bit, it's a little more, I guess, feels a little more loose than Curdy, and probably a little fuzzier. It has more of that polyester fleece on it than Curdy. Okay, so we got a good fit there. Okay, so I got my glass box waterproofed with Ardex SK175. Everything looks good. Just a couple things that I noticed about the product. A little bit harder to work with than Curdy, especially the band and the corners. It's real flimsy. It has no memory at all. It's kind of limp, so it wants to wrinkle really easy. Curdy and the Curdy band is a little bit easier to work with, but all in all, it went together pretty nice. So this is again set with their rapid set, and this is already starting to set up. It's not tacky anymore to the touch, so I'm going to go ahead and mix up the 8+9. The thing I love about 8+9 is that it's cementitious. So I have been putting it on uncured mortar, rapid set. I mean, you don't want it loose to where it's pulling up, but if it's starting to firm up, I go ahead and put the 8+9 right on it, and in all the installations I've done, it's bonded really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up and get this on there. Glass box probably took me about half hour, 45 minutes to do. So it's already starting to set up, and now is gonna be the 8+9. So 8+9 is the two products. The 9 is the powder, cementitious powder, and the 8 is the white liquid. So you mix the two together, and they form a cementitious waterproof membrane. So I'm going to put the 8 in here first. And you can mix this up to different consistencies. If you want it thicker, like a caulking, you just add more powder. If you want it looser, like a roll-on, you add less powder. Or more milk, whatever you want to do. And I'm just going to mix it with my margin trowel. Okay, so I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to do this half over with the 8+9. Got it to mix to a pretty runny consistency. See if I can zoom in here. So I like to use a paintbrush. It's real easy to kind of smear it around. The other thing I like about 8+9 is that it's reactive. When the two components go together, it creates a reaction that helps it cure or makes it cure. So you're not relying on air, unlike Hydroban or Red Guard, where if you put a bucket lid on a bucket of Red Guard, it stays liquid, right? You put the lid back on when you're done, it stays liquid. With this stuff, if you put this in a baggie, seal it up airtight, it's going to turn rock hard. So there's an actual chemical reaction. So I don't really need to worry about thickness of the layers. Okay, so now I got half and half. Half has the 8+9 on it. You can see it coats really well, went on really easy. Within about an hour, I have had this whole thing thin setted, the band, everything waterproofed, and putting a topical roll-on membrane on, which you can't do with any other products that I know of, except Latacrete just came out with a single component similar to 8+9, but you only have to mix water in it, which I'm really excited to test out. Actually, they gave me a bag. Let's see, back here. That's what that is right there. So I will be testing that out shortly. But until then, you know, I'm pretty excited about using the 8+9. Directions on the 8+9 say 2 coats, but I just do 1 coat. I think because I have a membrane, doing 2 coats would just complete overkill. I guess it's overkill anyways, but this way it's completely waterproof. I'm super excited about this glass box. I mean, isn't this cool? I mean, I'm gonna be able to see when the water starts seeping in, and I'll be able to check it every day. I mean, this is just such a cool idea. I really thank the viewer. I'm sorry I forgot your name, but I do remember what you told me. So, Ardex waterproofing system glass box test coming up. I'll probably wait 2 days just to be safe. The nice thing about 8+9 is you can water test it in 4 hours. It's already starting to set up. So you're going from, because we use mortar beds, and a lot of you out there, especially the pros, you guys do a mortar bed, then use your Curdy drain and Curdy on top of mortar. Well, the nice thing about if you use a system like this, you can get your mud down, you can get the membrane on the mud, all your band, put 8+9 over it, and in 4 hours you can water test it. 4 hours. So if you're doing Curdy, you would have to wait till the next day to water test it. So anyways, stay tuned for the next video coming up. But thanks again for watching my videos. You guys rock. Man, I love the community, what's happening here. I love the comments. Keep them coming. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or find me on Instagram @TileCoach. And again, my videos are here to inspire and encourage you to get better at what you do and maybe encourage you to get into the building trades. I love you guys. I love being your tile coach. We'll see you on the next video.